Interested in working remotely from home with the ability to set your own schedule? Then contact Notary to Notary. Our online training program teaches individuals everywhere how to create and run successful notary businesses nationwide. Whether you're looking for supplemental or full-time income, we'll teach you the benefits of being a business owner, including time and financial freedom. Visit notarytonotary.com to learn more about our training program.
Hey guys, have you had a chance to get a copy of my new book, The Ultimate Ron Guide? If you are ready to build a remote online notary business, then this book is what you need. In this book, I give you all the information that you need to know in order to build a successful remote online business, no matter what state you're in, as long as your state authorizes remote online notarizations. Head on over to Amazon today and get your copy. You'll be glad you did. Hey guys, good afternoon. Hey. So, can you guys hear me well? Hey Rachel. Hey Tamika. Hey Madison. A little bit of everybody up in here today. I like it. So, I had no intention of going live this afternoon. I have a lot of work that I needed to get done. So my plan was to lock in on that. But I did something that I don't normally do. You guys know I went into a random Facebook group. And I didn't mean to go into the Facebook group. Like, it came into my feed on Facebook. And it was a friend of mine that asked the question. And so I said, let me see what kind of feedback she got. And it was just ridiculous. And so I just text her, just call me, ask me the questions. Like, just, and it was so disgusting. And it was just like, so from there, I scrolled a little bit more through the group, and I was just like, what is wrong with people? Like, you guys are just really nasty. The boot camp starts tomorrow at 5:30. So it's not today. It's tomorrow. So it's Tuesdays and Thursdays is the boot camp. Tuesdays and Thursdays is the boot camp. It was just ridiculous. And, I'm not going to give light and give a lot of attention to the negativity that exists. How many of you guys are in Facebook groups besides mine? So, and I'll put the link to my Facebook group. You do have to be a student in order to be a part of the Facebook group. So I have purchased any of our courses in order to be a member. I'm going to put the link to the Facebook group here so you guys can join. Like I said, you do have to be a student in order to join the Facebook group for us. And that's just because I feel like anyone who's a part of, Notary to Notaries in the courses, they have pretty much positive vibes because they know me and my vibes. And so I don't just let anyone in. And if I never really have to put anyone out of the group, I think to date, we've had a Facebook group now for 3 years. And I've only had to remove, I think, 2 people. And for the record, it's immediately. So as soon as I see something that I don't like, you're out of here. And that's because I just don't tolerate negativity. It's not something that I allow in my space. And so I will, I definitely just feel like, and so I put a post like on this video, and I basically said, you guys are starting a new business. It's something new. A lot of you guys have never been into entrepreneurship before. And so getting into entrepreneurship now as a new person, having people, berate you for not knowing things. And the thing about it is, I can guarantee you most of them ain't making no money, but want to be really knowledgeable. I've seen people say, well, I've been they'll make a comment or whatever. And they say, well, I've been doing this 8-10 years. I guarantee you're doing it part-time. If you are doing it full-time, I want to see receipts, because you probably, like, the amount of money you're making is probably not even, because the reality is, one thing I've come to know, people who are really, truly successful are not negative. Like, they would never be that, just disrespectful, to people. And so if someone comes out and they, you ask a question, they get nasty with you, just, wouldn't happen in my group. And if you ever see someone do that in my group, then you let me know, because you will be removed immediately. I just don't take kindly to it. And most people that are asking questions, it's just like they need help, and so for people to be, negative Nancy's like that, is just horrible. And so I've seen it in almost every group I've been in, every single group that I've been in, that I ever have joined that is related to notary, I have seen it. The only group, and I'm proud of this, the only group I've not seen it in is mine. There's never, you tell me a group that you have not seen it in. And I'm not in every notary group either. So let's say that I'm not in every notary group either, but like, a lot of these groups have like just really negative vibes. And so I had a class this weekend in Fairfax where we was talking about that. And I said, just don't be in the groups. Like, just do not join the groups. There's nothing in there for you. There's literally nothing in there for you. I'm not even kidding. Like, in comparison to the negativity, like, if this is your new business, you don't have any room for anyone, complaining or being disrespectful to you or just not helping. Not only that, they're giving wrong answers. Like, every time I scroll through the group, it's always wrong answers. And it's just like, and it was funny because people with the so-called experience are the ones giving the wrong answers. Go on someone's Facebook. Anyone in these Facebook groups, someone will say, can I do this? You will see people who say yes, people who say no. And it's like, it's the same question. It's only one answer. So what can they do? You know what I mean? And so it's just like, to me, I'm not telling y'all to go out today and just remove yourselves from everybody's groups, but you absolutely can. Like, for me, it's like, if it's not adding value, I don't want to be in it. And I would say in this space, I don't know if it's this way in every industry, but I feel like in this industry, you definitely see it a lot. You see it a lot. So to that effect, like I said, I put the link to our Facebook group. You can absolutely join, but you do have to be a student. So you have to be a student of Notary to Notary, means you have taken a course, at least one course from Notary to Notary, in order for us to validate that you are a student on Thinkific. But I put the link to the group there. All right. So I said it to say leeway into where we're going. So I put a post in the Facebook group a couple days ago asking everyone, what is the biggest challenge you are having in your notary business right now? And we got a little over 40 comments back. And so I said that I was going to do a live in the group. So this is actually streaming into the group too. So we can answer those questions. So, and there were really good answers to it. So we're going to kind of work through this. Okay. And I wonder if I can kind of screen share to it so we can kind of work through it together. Okay. And then I'll definitely hit you guys' questions. The boot camp, intensive notary boot camp, does start tomorrow. It's only virtual tickets available now. It's applicable no matter what state you're in. You could get a virtual ticket. The classes is 8 sessions over the course of the next 4 weeks, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5:30 to 7:30, and they all are recorded. Okay. All right. So let me just make sure before I screen share that I didn't miss anything. I'm in several, just lost most of the time. Okay. Just finished going to take a course and got my business up and running now, getting on SnapDocs. I'm marking myself anxious for my first loan signing. Thank you again. You are so very welcome. Yes, Tamika, positive vibes only. All right. So let's keep going. All right. So I'm going to screen share to this group really quick, so we can go through some of the challenges that people were saying. If you can relate to it, then hopefully this will answer some of your questions that you're having. Okay. For the record today, guys, I did 2 Rons today. I have one more Ron to do. Pray for my energy. And a loan closing today, which is pretty cool. Seller side, $100. I love it. And it was close to my house. It was really fast. Oh, I love it. All right. So let's get into it. All right, let me get this off. And all right, so what was the biggest challenge you're having in your notary business? So first comment was, my biggest challenge is myself. I really need to carve out time and focus on doing my trainings and get started. And that's what a lot of people have said too, like time management has really been an issue for a lot of people. But the reality is, remember this, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. Okay. So it's a matter of, looking at your time. So one thing I would challenge anyone who's saying they don't have the time to do something, to do any project, do this. Okay. So at least one day, ideally you want to do it for like 3 to 4 days. You want to track your minutes. Okay. So from the moment you wake up to the time you go to sleep, keep checking what you're doing for every like 10 to 15 minute intervals, like exactly what you did in that 10 to 15 minutes. Like, this is what I did. And it might seem tedious, but once you're done, I did this and it actually showed me a lot of wasted time. You'll start to see not only where you're wasting time, but where your priorities truly are lying. And it's like, okay, I spent like 30 minutes talking to one of my girlfriends about nothing, right? Like, you'll start to see like, well, in between this project and this project, kind of like dilly-dally. Or maybe you spend a lot of wasted time like driving or doing tasks that you really don't need to do. Okay. All right, so let's keep going. So definitely just try to do that activity at least for a day where you're really tracking like all of your minutes to see what you're using your time on. And you'll start to see that you have the time to do it. It's a matter of priority. And the reality is too, whenever you set a goal or a target or something that you want to do and you're not getting to it, you can do it. Because if I said, I'm going to give you $1 million to get it done, you'd get it done. So it's never a lack of time. It's always a lack of resourcefulness or motivation to actually get that thing done. Okay. Oh, I saw. Okay, cool. That's my baby. She was in a Facebook group and they were just being real nasty. Okay, I'm on a live. I'll call you after and answer your question. Boom. Okay. Trying to work this business around my job. Signings come through text, email, and me being in the friendly skies. I don't have reception. Oh, she must be a what do you call it? Flight attendant. I don't have reception to response incoming signing opportunities. By the time I get them, they're already assigned. So that is going to be a thing, because if you don't have Wi-Fi because you're a flight attendant, you have to be able to respond. So your main thing is going to be getting jobs when you're out. So it also may be focusing more heavily on general notary work or e-notary that gives you more time, because that e-notary is 24 hours a day. So it's kind of like working outside of those times. There's no real, if you don't have internet service, you really can't take the job, right? But when you have it, you can start taking it. So I would try to like do more marketing after hours. I mean, when you're not at work. So like push yourself that way. So let's say that you do like 9 to 5. Okay, so heavily market your profile, your website as like the evening and overnight. Especially if you're doing RON, you can do that because people need things notarized in other countries. And so they're on different time zones. You follow me? So you may want to market more heavily that way. Get out of my comfort zone and marketing myself. I have yet to do one signing, but I want to. So comfort zone goes into fear. And I gave this example this weekend. If you are the one that says, well, I'm afraid to get out there and do it. Think about the time when you first learned how to drive, right? And I'm pretty sure you made mistakes and you were panicking and you were scared. But guess what? Now you drive perfectly fine, right? You drive perfectly fine. You can even eat and drive at the same time, okay? So everyone starts off scared. I wasn't scared when I first started, but most people, when they try something new, they are afraid. And that tends to happen. Like when you get older, once you get like 25, you kind of settle into your comfortable space as far as what you're going to do, as a comfortability space. And so you tend to not like to be disheveled. You're not going to be comfortable. And so you just have to get back to that place where you're, it's okay to be afraid. You were afraid a lot when you were younger. Get over it and do it anyway, All right, I see some comments. Let me hit a couple comments really quick. Do you use a planner, or what do you like to use to keep your schedule straight? Google Calendar so I use Google Calendar and I use Fantastical. And the reason why I use both, as of me last checking, Google does not allow for Outlook calendar on it for that to sync. And so with my Fantastical, I'm able to put Google, my Apple Calendar, and my Outlook calendar all in one place. And so it's a balance between the two. So I always do Google Calendar, Fantastical first. But my Google Calendar, I still use that as well. So my Fantastical has everything. I probably can get to the point where I'm just using Fantastical like consistently all the time. But Yeah, I still check both consistently. Okay. I need to know how to market my business. So that's in the training, notary signing agent training. Definitely get into that. Notary2notary.com will walk you through those steps. What has helped you stay organized throughout your day? That was a kind of go together. My calendar, heavily. My calendar. If it's not on the calendar, it doesn't get done. If it's on the calendar, it gets done for the most part. So my calendar is what I use a lot. How long does it take to hear back from Virginia after submitting your e-notary application? It could be 1 day. It could be up to 2 weeks. It just depends on who's processing and how backed up they are. Do y'all sell an NSA journal that facilitates loan signings? The NA one is better for general notary work. So yes, we do have a journal. I will put the link to that. Hold on. I got to find it really quick. Let me find it for you really quick, and I'll put the link in the chat for you. But it's on Amazon. If you just go type to Amazon, type in Vanessa Terry, you'll see all of my books come up. So we have a journal, we have a signing, a do-it-yourself e-notary guide, and then how to make $1,000 a week as a notary public. So those books are on our Amazon page. And if you give me a second, I will be able to put it in the chat for you, okay? All right. And so we're going through questions that's we put a post in our Facebook group that was what are some common, what do you feel the biggest challenges for you building your notary business? So that was the question. Just bear with me 1 second because I'm trying to find this link for you. What is happening today, sir and ma'am? Okay. Journal. Okay, I found it. Notary to Notary journal. Oops. Dun, dun, dun. Here you go. Ta-da. Okay. How do you stay motivated? I listen to a lot of positive content. My children motivate me. I have a vision board. I have really specific goals. I'm actually redoing my goals again, today over the next couple of days. My birthday is August 3rd. So I do it. I do a revamp of all of my goals and things on my birthday, and then also on the 1st of the year. And so I have really big goals that I aspire to. And so that motivates me. And as well, my circle. So I stay around people who are more successful than I am. And that motivates me a lot. And if I ever feel a lack of motivation, 2 tiers I usually go to is people who are more successful than me and death. So it might sound kind of weird. It's up to you. If you think it's weird, going to nursing homes motivates me. Driving past graveyards motivates me. Jesse Itzler talks about a lot, really understanding about time. And so I listen to a lot of his teachings that helps me remember that time is ticking. And he has this saying, which basically it's that when you're born, you get on a bus and the bus always drives. It doesn't stop. The bus driver never stops driving. So it doesn't matter if you're sick, if you're hungover, if you're depressed, if you're having a bad day, if you just got in a fight with your friend. It doesn't matter what is happening, what excuse you're coming up with as to why you cannot perform. The bus driver continues to drive. And one day he's going to stop until you got the bus and then you're done. And so when I think about that analogy, it helps me remember, it doesn't matter if I don't feel like it today. It doesn't matter if whatever's going on in my life, my time is still ticking. Time does not stop because you don't feel like it, And so those 2 things, reminding myself of my time here, and then being around people who are more successful than me helps me to aspire to more, and it keeps me motivated. I received my commission. Wait. To sign up for On-Time Notary, you just have to create a profile on signingorder.com, and that's how we send our work orders out. So if you're on signingorder.com, we send our orders out via text message. Doesn't matter where you are across the country. That's how we send our orders out. Okay. Let me see. I received my commission today, so I'm so excited and so nervous. I've taken some of the training, but I'm nervous. It's okay. You can be nervous. Do it anyway. Did you use a business grant to start your notary business? No, I did not. And I can tell you, I had pennies to the dollar to my name. And so the way I designed my course, I'm telling you how to do it with the least amount of money out of pocket, because I didn't have any money for real when I started. And so a lot of people like, y'all spend too much money to get it done. It doesn't even take all of that. Like if you want to, cool. Like when I first started, I didn't have a dual tray LaserJet printer. I didn't have that. I had a little small single tray HP. And so I had to print my letter sides pages first, then my legal side. And then I had to put them together back in order. So I had to do that, and I made my money back and I reinvested. And so I'm really big on starting where you are. There's the course basically walks you through what you need. Like you need this, but if you want to get this stuff, cool. Like you can build it up later. But to get started, you don't need to have a whole lot of money to get started. Now, have I gotten business grants since I started? Yes. But when I first started, I did not have business grants to fund it. I did it on my own, and then I made money, reinvest. And also when I first started, I didn't know about business credit. So now I know about business credit, and anyone getting started, I would definitely push business credit. Going forward, I would push business credit going forward because it makes so much more sense to do it that way. And I have a course on business credit as well too, to help you get started. How do you stay motivated? I've signed up and paid for the one-on-one. I never used it. Well, I answered that one, how to stay motivated. But we do have one-on-one coaching. You can definitely get into that. Happy early birthday. Thank you. Do you use a phone service? Not for my personal notary. No, I use my cell phone. Yes. Notary to notary, I use Comcast Business, but for me, I just use this one. Is your journal different compared to the NNA one? I've never seen the NNA's journal, so I couldn't tell you. I need help creating marketing materials, but when you go on Amazon, I think you can click it to see the first page. I believe you can. If I might have it in here somewhere where I could show it to you, but I have to look. I know I have it in the office. I'm not in the office right now. I need help creating marketing materials. Okay. I kind of need more. I need more than that. I need you to explain like what kind of marketing we're talking about, so I can kind of guide you in the right direction. Being around people who's already been successful in business. Yes. Will the exam be available? Hopefully by the end of the week is my goal. I think my challenge is the pricing for loan signings. Did about 10 so far, but some were low. So there is a guide for pricing inside the NSA Part 1 training on my dashboard. There is a guide in there that will kind of help you price it. And so if you got to start off doing some low ones, that's okay. Just, you work to get, as you get more, you'll start getting more offers. Do you use a phone service for your notary business? No, I use my cell phone. Is it possible to just be a Ron? Yes. Okay, cool. All right, so let's keep going. Next question, biggest challenge. Time to work on my business while working at a job. You're going to have to work it when you get off. That's how I started. I had full-time jobs when I first got started, and sometimes I had 2 jobs at the same time. But you just got to hustle. Like, y'all sleep too much anyway. Like, no shade. Like, I'm not saying don't sleep because sleep is important. But let me see your minutes. Anyone who says they don't have time, I want to see your minutes. Let me see what your minutes look like. And you have time. You just got to figure, like, you got to market, you got to grind, you got to hustle. Like, I did notary for 2 years before I quit my job. You know what I mean? And so I did it outside of my job or jobs, plural. Okay. Reliable transportation with air conditioning in it. Okay. I get that. I will tell you that I have driven cars that do not have air conditioning because they broke. And guess what, honey? You got to do what you got to do. Unless you're in like Arizona or somewhere where it gets to like 110 or something and it's like unsafe to do it, you're not going to die in 100-degree weather. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to need you to go ahead and pack some ice packs in the car, some cold bottles of water. Okay, it is what it is. Get your little, matter of fact, go to Five Below. Okay, get those little portable fans. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know if y'all knew, but I didn't grow up with money. Okay, I grew up a little on the broke side. So I know how to make anything work. Okay, let's see what you do. Go to Five Below. Get you some of those little portable fans with the battery operated ones. Get you like 3 or 4 of them. And then you tape them to your headrest. To the other headrest is pointed to you. Boom. Tape it to the car. There you go. Now you got direct fan. What you talking about? You got AC. $20 and you have AC in your car now. I just solved that whole problem. All you need is 4 portable fans. 1 here. Matter of fact, 2 here, 1 here, and 1 on your steering wheel pointing right to you. Battery operated fan. We just solved the whole AC in the car thing. Look at that. Boom. Listen, just solved that. I'm telling you, I can figure out some stuff. It's something when you grow up low income, you grow up a little bit in the poverty line, you get real creative. Okay, you get real creative. Okay, next thing, let's see. Doing the work to find a RON platform so I can get started. That's a really easy problem to solve. It's not even a problem. I have a list of RON platforms. There are lists everywhere. Like, it's not hard. You then take that book, the Do-It-Yourself RON Guide. There is like 15 questions in there. Go through with a chart and vet all those. It can take you like an hour to 2 hours. And then you figure out, figure out which one you want to use. That should not take you any time. That should take you 1 to 2 hours, give or take, for you to find your platform. Get the list, get the book, use the questionnaire, go through and figure out what platform you want to use, and you're done. Moving on. That was an easy problem to solve. Not getting jobs because I didn't respond to the notification less than 2 seconds. So that is a thing. That's the thing for me. I don't get jobs sometimes I'm not fast enough. And sometimes I have my phone in my hand and I still don't get the job. You know what I mean? But guess what? I still get jobs. Like, someone got the job, which means you'll get the job too. You just got to keep going. But you do need to have the phone all the time. Period. Okay? I mean, it's the same of the game. You need to have your phone all the time. And you can't miss phone calls. Like, you have to be on it because they're going to go to the next one. So you have to be on it, period. But you're going to miss some, and that's okay. I miss a lot sometimes, but, and it's always, it's 70% of the time, it's because my phone was not like in my hand, or was not next to me. You know what I mean? But normally it's like, it's, like, so for example, like recently I did a RON for Amrock and I had the phone in my hand. I had recently logged into Amrock, probably like, the day before. So it was already like ready for me to just face ID and get into it. So my phone was in my hand. Notification said, boom. It said ding. I clicked it. It opened. I think I accepted in like 1 second, right? It was so fast, the accept. And I got it. But I guarantee you, there was another notary right behind me. Like 2 seconds later, I was like, man, how'd it go that fast? I just so happened to have it ready. You know what I mean? So sometimes you are going to be that first person that gets it. Sometimes you're not. And there are some times where orders will just sit there and no one gets it. They might not want it. So you just got to keep working at it. It's a business. You got to keep shooting your shot. All right. Get your training. I have confidence in yourself and do it. My first signing took me 2.5 hours. Wait, yes, including going for Miss Signature. Wow. Whew. Yeah, I get it. Carving out time and energy of learning SEO so my Google business page can be seen. Having the energy after my full-time job for marketing. So the SEO piece is always changing. You're always researching that. We go over that in the boot camp. We're going to talk about it. There's a class that I have, a course, how to rank on Google, that talks about it. But yes, I still, not every single day, I would say like twice a month, I'm doing SEO research at minimum. Okay. And so, but it's always something that's changing. You always have to be working on it. So that's something you just have to just put on your schedule. Like, okay, like once a week, I'm doing marketing SEO training, like not marketing, training on effective marketing, training on effective SEO plans for my business. You know what I mean? So you have to learn and implement. Having the energy after my full-time job for marketing. So I will tell you, when it comes to having the energy to work after, you really need a strong why. Like, why am I doing this? Strong goals. And you have to be around some hustlers. I'm telling you, when you're around other entrepreneurs that's killing the game, it makes you want to kill the game too. Also, ready for this? You have to stop eating poorly. That makes a difference. If you're eating a bunch of drive-through stuff, fried foods, like a bunch of snacks and sweets, guess what? Science is not lying when it literally is taking a toll on your body. If you get tired in the middle of the day, I remember when I first stopped getting that midday lull. It was when I went vegetarian. Now, you don't have to be vegetarian. I'm not vegetarian now, and I still don't get the midday lull. But I used to always get tired like around 12 or 2 o'clock. And so I started just like learning about health and being more healthy or whatever. And when I started to clean up my eating, I didn't get tired in the middle of the day. And a lot of people that I follow that do, that are entrepreneurs that, have really intensive schedules, they say that they have to eat really clean. And I will tell you too, one thing I noticed, I had a business before, like years ago. I had a cleaning company and I got this contract with this condo, these really high-end bougie condos, right? And you would think cleaning for like regular or whatever, it would be harder. No, cleaning for the upper class was actually harder because it like they would be like, oh, there's one hair on like the baseboard. Do you see that? It was like that. They were very, very particular. Like, do you see that slight streak on that glass? Can you right there? That's what that it was. So like you would think you did a great job. And like, oh no, look at this one type. It's like a slide, you know, something so tiny. Anyway, but one thing that I know is that I always like studied patterns and I studied people like and trends, and I was really trying to figure out how that they're so well off. But one thing I noticed was that 95% of the houses that I went into and cleaned of this higher end condo community was they didn't have a lot of junk food. They had very little junk food, very little canned and packaged. Everything was like very healthy. They had a very healthy. You know how like right now, like I don't know, go in your fridge. I'm not even kidding. And is your fridge like stuffed full of stuff? Like it's just full of like food. Like I never saw a stuff, like tons and tons of condiments, tons of like stuffed fridge. I didn't see that. You know, I saw very like healthy options. And you gotta think about it. When you're eating really healthy, that stuff doesn't last that long. Like you can't, if you go out and get fruits and veggies, you're not gonna stuff your fridge full of it because it's not gonna last that long, right? So, but it was always like very clean foods that I would see, very like whole organic, whatever the case. It was like very better quality foods and better foods for you. And it's not expensive to eat healthy. That is one thing I would love to dismantle. It's actually more expensive to eat poorly. Okay, so twofold, and I love that you said that. It's an idea we have to stop saying. And it's all in your head. I guarantee it's in your head. Okay, and there's so many videos out now. Like, that's not even an excuse. There's so many videos of people who show you how you can eat healthy and not cost you as much, right? But it's twofold. You ready for this? Bam. You ready? First of all, when you eat unhealthy, when you eat a lot of processed foods, the sack with all that stuff, with the high fructose corn, all that stuff, it makes you eat more. Period. Look it up. You end up eating more of it because your body's actually not getting the nutrients it needs. So it keeps asking for more. Two, a lot of those foods are designed to make you hungry. Like high fructose corn syrup is designed to make you crave it. Most of the foods that are on the shelves and that are really bad for you have sugar, which is really addictive. They add sugar to things that you don't even need sugar in, okay? Literally to make you keep eating it. So you end up eating more, and then you have to buy more because you're never full. But for some reason, you keep wanting to eat. And if you really break down, I don't want to get into politics, but if you really take time to learn the food industry and what's in the food and why it makes you eat so much, it's horrible. On top of that, you either gonna pay now, you're gonna pay later. Because guess what? You keep eating that, you're gonna have the diabetes and the high blood pressure and the high cholesterol, all the issues you're gonna have later. So you might say, well, I don't wanna pay now. You're gonna pay when you get older and stuff stop working. And stuff. You might be like, and people say all the time, well, I'm in my 30s and my 40s, whatever, and I'm still good. You know why? If you run, like, if you have, how you guys know that you have a nice car, and you don't get oil changes or whatever. When you first get that new car and you don't get oil changes that frequently, it's gonna be okay. Do it long enough and see what happens. That's how your body works. Your body was brand new, right? And so it's designed to take care of you. But over time, you keep trashing it, it's gonna trash you back. Okay. And people say that like, oh, it's not expensive to eat healthy. I promise you, I can help you. It's really not. And one thing that I know, the healthier that I started to eat, the less food I ate. Crazy, right? Crazy. The healthier you eat, you end up eating less. I'm telling you what I know. But I ain't trying to get into this whole thing. But I'm telling you, okay? Is what I know. And you're going to have to eat better if you want to have the energy. Like, for real, you don't even need soda. There's no reason for anybody to be drinking soda. There's no reason. Tell me why. No nutritional value at all. It does nothing for you. And the harm that it causes is ridiculous. So let's say, people say, well, it's expensive to eat healthy. What are you buying to drink? All you need is water. Real talk. That's all you need. Now, if we want to get into like, I want to be happy. Cool. Let's get like some tea or something, or like some fruit juices. It's actual fruit juice. Like, don't get me to starting with what's happening right now. It's ridiculous. But you can eat healthy. You absolutely can. And you'll see once you start choosing the whole food options that you will eat less of it. Okay. It is a real thing. You will eat less of it. And there's a reason, like it's just disgusting. Our food system, I think, is disgusting. Period. Though I'm gonna change subjects in a second, but I think that the food system in America is disgusting. And how the major corporations are basically railroading everybody. I think they're in bed with big pharma, and it's basically just like, I went to the doctor recently. What do you call orthopedic? This orthopedic tried to give me medicine like 4 times for nothing. For my feet, I just wanted to see like by my arch. When I tell you like 4 times, you want to take this, you want to take this. No, I don't, sir. Like, I don't know. I'm telling y'all, all I want to do is pump you full of medicine and pump you full of fake foods that makes you hungry and you eat more. So that way you just keep eating. Then your body starts breaking, and they say, "Oh, here, pump you full of medicine. Oh, you're fine." Okay, seriously, like, think about it. Like I can't. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. It's him. I'm good now. I'm good. I'm gonna leave it alone. And we're done. But there's lots of documentaries on it that you can watch that would really like. And I'm not telling you gotta be vegan, vegetarian, none of that. I'm just saying, if you don't know what that ingredient is on that label, why are you eating it? You don't just walk around and drink bleach, do you? Right? But you're going to eat all these chemicals. You don't know what it is and what it does. And half the stuff that we use is banned in other countries, but we use it. You know what I'm saying? But think about it. Make it make sense. You just trust them with all these chemicals, and you don't even know what these ingredients are. You have no idea. You just, but it tastes good. But it look good. A lot of that stuff they put in your food is just to make it look good, to make it stay looking good. Okay, because everything's got to be all bright and beautiful and delicious, right? Make it stay. They put something in to make it taste good. Some of that don't even taste good. Like, we gonna make it taste good. You gonna like it. And then when you know it, okay, I'm done. I'm gonna let it go. Here we go. Anyway, if you're having issues with energy, look at what you're eating. Okay. Look at what you're eating. Just change what you eat. Start there. Change what you eat. I want everybody to commit to this. Do this for me. Okay. Let's stop with the itis. That's not a good thing. The itis is not a good thing. I know it makes you feel good when you eat a lot of food and then you get all warm inside. Oh, I want to go to bed. That is not the way it's supposed to work. When you get hungry, that's your body telling you that it needs more nutrients. It needs more fuel. We're running low. We need more fuel. So when you actually eat whole foods, whole quality food, you don't get tired after you eat. You don't get tired after you eat. You actually get energized because you gave your body more fuel. So let's stop doing this. Oh, I had a whole big old meal and now I'm tired and now I'm about to go to bed because I just ate good. No, you ate horribly. And your body's telling you, it's like, oh my God, go lay down. What did you just do to us? Okay? Stop. I want y'all right now to say no more itis. I don't want the itis. Okay? I'm saying something too. I done got delivered from Thanksgiving. Okay? I done got delivered from it. Some of y'all need to get delivered from Thanksgiving too. Some of y'all need to get delivered. Okay. And I know you'll be like, no, Vanessa, this is my favorite holiday. Okay. I'm not even getting to the historical part. We're not even talking about that. Okay. Let's not normalize us getting together and binge eating multiple plates at a time till you're so stuck you can't move. And then you do it again in like an hour. Like, can we not do that? And you know how, and then on top of that, it's not like y'all binging healthy foods. Y'all binge eating the worst. Y'all cook the worst foods on Thanksgiving. And then you binge. Like, what is that? Like, what is that? So we don't do that. I'm saying it right now. Honey, listen. Okay? And I'm not telling you, once again, I'm not telling you that you can't eat meat and you can't do this. I'm saying your body gets hungry when it needs fuel. So give it fuel, but don't overfeed it. Don't stuff it. Then you're wondering why you're fat. Sorry. Look at what you ate. Look at what you're eating. I mean, it's 1 + 1 is 2. 1 + 1 is 2. You know, 1 + 1 is 2. Let's call it apple. Okay. So let's all get delivered. Okay, let's get delivered. Some of y'all ready for this one? Some of y'all need to get delivered from buffets. Some of y'all need to get delivered from buffets. Yeah, no, let's not. Let's stop. Let's stop that too. Okay, it's no reason for you to go somewhere and stuff your face. Okay, for why? For why? Okay. All right, bring it back in. Because y'all, I'm trying to help y'all. Okay, so let's keep going. Another big challenge: get your training, have confidence in yourself. Oh wait, I saw that one. Hold on. Finding time to do all things after working, same thing. Gotcha. Nervous and out of practice. So nervous, this goes into that fear comment from earlier. You just kind of have to do it. Just get your training, do it, go for it. Consistent work. So in order to get consistent work, you have to consistently market. Okay, that's the biggest thing. And I tell people all the time. So how many of you guys have websites, Google business profiles, all that stuff? How often are you engaging with it? Is it every day? If it's not every day, then you can't be mad if you're not getting jobs every day, period. Okay, so every single day, if you're trying to get loan signings, you should be signed with more signing companies. If you're trying to get loan signings, you need to be going to title companies, marketing every single day. You should be on these directories every single day. Like if you're not doing it, what else are you doing? I don't understand. If you're not working, so like if you're not actively doing the service your business is offering, what else are you doing? Yes, there's marketing, there's accounting, there's things you can work on, but that's it. Like that's what you should be doing. There's no, if you didn't have a loan closing today, why are you watching Netflix? You see what I'm saying? Like, make it make sense. I don't understand. Unless it's not that important to you. If it's not that important to you, cool, say less. But if you're saying, hey, I want to have more general notary work, or I want to have more e-notary, and you're not getting that, then all of your time needs to be spent on that. You know what I mean? If you work part-time, you get part-time work. If you work full-time, you get full-time work. Period. Okay. I am very much, I just tell it like it is. I tell it like it is. Okay. Yay! I love it. I got delivered from Buffett 20 years ago. Yeah, please. Can we please get delivered from that? Because we got to stop. We really do. We got to stop. Okay. Negotiating fees that make sense. That's a good one. So some people say, they've been getting, what's on the screen? I'll show you because I did not scroll down. So this is from our Facebook group. This is our Facebook group. What's the biggest challenge you're having in your notary business? So we're going through these. When it comes to negotiating your fees, when you first get started, you may end up having some of the lower end fees. But as you get experience, you'll start getting more higher end fees and things like that. So the main thing is I have people who are trying to get, hold on. I saw a question that it threw me off. What was I going to say? I got distracted. Okay, negotiating your fees. So when you're negotiating your fees, the key is that you need to do market research. So if that's what I'm going to say. If people are telling you, oh, your fees are too low or fees are too high or whatever the case is, do market research. That's where you pretend to be a notary for like 20 minutes. Pretend to be a client. Call 20 notaries and ask me if you need to get a power attorney done tomorrow. I'll give them an address. And then what you'll see is you'll have low people, high people, people in the middle. And so you want to stay in that middle to high range. Okay. Need a list of loan signing companies that are currently accepting notaries. There is a list in the course, notarytonotary.com, and the Ultimate Notary Bundle or the Notary Signing Agent Bundle will have that full list for you. Okay. My anxiety, which kind of goes with the fear thing, right? Maybe. Yeah. You kind of got to just do it anyway. Companies not being consistent with work. So that is always a thing. That's why you always work with 100+ companies. So that way you always have work. And I will tell you, there are some times where I'll have a company call me a lot for like a month. And then they'll slow down. And then I'll have, another company that's going crazy. And then they'll slow down. Right. But then they'll come back in like 6 months. So that's why I say you always have to keep your Rolodex of clients always incoming. You're always marketing. It's always kind of acquisition. But you still work on the clients that you have. Okay. I got one for 75. It was 1 hour and a half away. So I declined. They came back with 125 and I got it. It's time First time working with this company. I love it. And one you could also do, not decline, Brandy, counter offer. So whenever you get an offer that is too low, you counter and say, okay, I wouldn't do it for this, but I'll do it for this. Okay. You have a course just for marketing. So it's kind of all broken up. So the notary signing agent has it in there. And then there is, depends on what you're marketing for. Like eNotary has some marketing for that. There's how to make on Google. I have to there is a marketing course, but that one's just like building your website. So it kind of depends on what you're trying to do, because it's kind of all spread out based off what you're trying to do. So like marketing for loan signing is in like the notary signing agent course. You see what I'm saying? It's not just one marketing course, but that's a good idea. Put it on my list of things to do. I like it. All right, let's keep going. What time is it? Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good. Okay. Lowball fees and mass notifications. Lowball fees, once again, you have to counter offer. Saturated industry, everyone is a notary. So that is true. I love that she put that. Okay. So how many of you guys know realtors? And this is the perfect way for me to explain this. How many of you guys know several realtors? I honestly think there's probably more realtors than there are notaries. No, probably not, because it's easier to be a notary than it is to be a realtor. But I mean, everyone has either been a realtor, or knows a realtor, or is going for the realty license. Like, y'all know it's realtors everywhere, right? Do y'all know that? So I want to kind of relate it to that. Everyone knows like a million realtors. Okay. Just like there's a whole lot of realtors, there's a whole lot of notaries. But guess what? How many of you guys know $1 million realtors? Okay. Not so much, right? How many of you guys know even like high end, high six-figure earners? And I'm not talking about, so let me split this up too, because y'all be trying to I know. No. I'm not saying a realtor who sold over $1 million in property, because all you got to do is sell like 3 houses and you get that. Not that. I'm saying commission, okay? Commission $1 million realtors, or commission 6-figure realtors, okay? That number is going to be drastically lower, because not everyone, like in any space, not everyone's going to kill it. Everyone's not going to go that hard. And I guarantee you, if you ask the 6-figure and the $1 million realtors what it takes, they're going to tell you what it takes. And I guarantee you, a lot of it is just effort. It's grind and it's effort. I'm not picking on them. I'm just saying, like in any space, you're going to and especially when think about salespeople. People have sales, like Mary Kay, right? Mary Kay, for example. How many of you guys have ever sold Mary Kay? I have, for the record. Same thing. There's so many Mary Kay reps, but how many got pink cars? Okay, that's what I'm saying. How many got pink cars? My point. It could be a whole lot, but if they're not good, they're not good, period. And it's a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never, not once, not ever have I been concerned about the saturation of the market. Not ever. Why? Let me tell you why. I still get calls. I'm still making money. I'm good. Not only am I good, I literally train people right around the corner from me. And I'm still good. Why? Because I'm really good at what I do. You know what I mean? And the reality is, I'm just being honest. If I got 100 people that come to a class and I'm teaching you how to do this, only like 10 of them are going to actually show up and show out. The other 90, you're going to have 50 that's going to take the class and be like, oh, I'm so excited. And they're going to go back and do what we're already doing. They're not going to do it. Then you got like 30 who's going to do some of it, but they're going to go super hard because fear and whatever and habits and jobs and, Then you got 20 who's like, okay, I'm going to do it. Like, I'm doing it. And you got 10 that's like real full time. The last 10 is going to dominate and kill a sector. And that's how it is in every space. Like, I have people right now, if I tell you the numbers, okay? I did it before on other live. I have people who have purchased my courses, like spent a lot of money on the courses and never touched it. Once. Not once. Right? Not once. I have people who've taken my course and gone through and haven't done nothing. Nothing. Not anything. I've had people who will call me and say, Vanessa, I bought your course. I took your course like 2 years ago or a year ago, and I never did anything, but now I'm ready. Right? So that's why I say, like, it's all about, like, you could get your commission all day. The people who go and they go get their LLC and they say, oh, I have a business. Oh, look at my LLC. Oh, look at me. Having an LLC doesn't mean anything if you're not making any money. Having a commission means nothing if you're not making any money, unless you're doing it for charity work. Like, you want to just do it for your community or your church or whatever, that's cool. But you can have a commission all day, but it don't mean you're making money. You know what I'm saying? So people say, oh, the market's oversaturated. You might have like 30, I might have like 30 notaries within like a 10-mile radius. But guess what? When people hop on Google and go notary near me, they're not coming up. I am. I'm getting the calls. You see what I'm saying? Because they're not putting the work in. And that's period. Like, that's period. You follow me? Yeah. All right. Boom. Let's keep going. Consistent admin help post-COVID. Consistent admin help post-COVID. I don't understand. I don't understand. I need further elaboration. I'm in New York. I'm a newbie. I haven't had one signing as of yet. Market more. That's always my answer. My biggest challenge is to get on faith and starting my Ron or e-notary. Oh, Penny! I just can't seem to push through. Okay, well, we talked about that during the class. So she was in the class we had in Fairfax. But it goes back to, like, just doing. You got to get up there and do it. Google business page, give me that can't get verified. I have like 3 videos now on Google business profile on how to get verified. I have a whole like PDF guide to help you with that. You got to and really love you guys very much. A lot of it, you just got to read the instructions. Love you. What? I'm serious. Y'all, like, some of y'all, like, okay, so let me tell you something. Y'all ready? I love y'all. It's gonna be a little mean, but it's okay. So Google business profile, y'all know they tell you exactly what to do. Even like when you get suspended, they tell you exactly how to get reinstated. They got whole like templates and guides that show you like how to get reinstated. Not only that, people on YouTube telling you how to get reinstated. Okay, I'm done. Okay, consistent admin help. I saw that one. Here we go. Okay, I love it. Oh, that's me. Hey, not enough signings. You need to market more. Boom. Marketing to direct title companies. That's a good one. Okay. I'm gonna go over that one. Trying to understand where these videos offers are coming for. Loan signing for $25. Counter offer. Let me put that in here. Counter offer. Okay. Marketing to direct title companies. Okay, that's a great question. So for me, marketing to direct title companies is a lot of research. So I research the company. I have scripts in the course too that you can use when you go out. Whether that's me, and I just talk, and we did it during the boot camp. During the boot camp, we did mock, and we're gonna do it again during the boot camp. We're gonna do mock introduction. So we have like someone pretend to be a title company, escrow officer, someone pretend to be like an admin at a nursing home, and then the students in the boot camp will go practice. Okay, like now walk in there and do your pitch, and so we work through that during the boot camp. But it's just a matter, like in the course, there's scripts in there. If you're not in the boot camp, get in the boot camp. But it's a matter of like really understanding how to talk to people, how to present yourself. Having a 30-second elevator pitch is really good too. Lots of videos on that. But the main, and really how to, and I say sales, it is kind of sales because we do go over sales. Actually, I ain't even gonna lie, that's sales, because you got to know how to talk to people, how to read them, how to push what you're saying without being pushy, so how to do the follow-up, all that good stuff. Okay. My state doesn't allow RON, but I got to offer for a hybrid. Is that even legal? So a hybrid, yes, if it's not RON. So hybrid does not mean RON. Hybrid can just mean that there's wet signatures, so there's paper that you're going to actually sign, and then you're going to take a device and you're going to have them e-sign. So e-signing is fine. You're just not e-notarizing. So the wet signatures are going to be notarized on paper, and then you're going to e-sign on the document. So think of like DocuSign on your tablet, and then you actually e-sign on the paperwork. You follow me? All right, so we got through them. Look, so this was the answers to what is the biggest challenge you are having in your notary business. So at this point, if you guys have more that you want to share with me before we get ready to go, you can put your comments in the chat and we can talk about it. While you do that, I'm going to put the link to the boot camp. It starts tomorrow. It's 8 sessions. We're going to talk about general notary work, loan closing, e-notary, apostilles, business credit, AI and automations, tax financial management, business building basics, business foundations. I forget. It's 8 classes though. So it's 8 classes, and it's 5:30, 7:30. And yeah. Okay. Let me see. Am I missing anything? Anybody have any more questions before we get ready to go? I'm trying to see what's red. Looking forward to the boot camp. Awesome. I will see you mañana. That's going to be fun. I will see you mañana. So it's virtual tickets left only. Our in-person is full, but it is virtual seating now, so you guys can stream that. But if you have any more questions on how to build your notary business, or what the biggest challenge is, let me know. I use secured signings for my Ron. Yeah, that's what I use. I'll give you my link too, so you can sign up. And I think they're still doing like a $20 credit if you a $20 credit. Let me ask first. Let me ask. I know that they were doing credits before with this link. I was not sure if it's still there, but you can use that link. How long after you sign up do you get the information for the boot camp? So information like what? So it's only if you just sign up, you're not gonna get anything. So the first email for the bootcamp went out today, and it was just saying that, hey, class starts tomorrow, 5:30, 7:30. That's basically it. And then tomorrow morning, I'm gonna send the links out to I'm gonna send the links out so you can join the session. It starts at 5:30, and I'll send links out again at like 5:20-ish, so everyone just has just in case. And then the replays go out after every session. If you don't get it that evening, you'll get it the next day in the morning, because most times we don't get out there until like 8, and sometimes I'm tired. So, and I usually, when I do the recap, I'll put like any links that we talked about, any resources or whatever will be in the replay. So I try to make sure I'm not missing anything. If I rush and try to do it, you're not gonna get everything. So if I don't do it that night, I do it in the morning. We do the boot camp later in the year. Maybe. I haven't quite decided. Possibly. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. That is also the clock on the wall. I think I hit everybody's questions. Yeah, I got you. All right, guys. Bing. Okay, you can all be 6-figure notaries. Oh, we'll do another boot camp later on this year. I'm not sure. Maybe if I do, it'll be like in September, maybe. Like in the winter time. We might do it in the winter. We just don't have anything scheduled right now. We did this first one, and it's a lot. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a lot that I have to pour out during these 4 weeks. And so I really should have gave myself a break before we jumped into this one. But yeah, I know after this one I'm gonna take a break. And then because it's a lot, it's 4 hours a week for 4 weeks. So it's just a lot of training to do, and then it's a lot of questions, and people need support, during it. So it's just, I'm definitely gonna take a break after this one for sure. Okay. All right, guys, that's awesome. Talk on the wall. Be awesome on purpose. So you don't get access to the Facebook group for being in the boot camp, because when you go to you gotta get a course. It would be too much for me to try to figure out if you do the boot camp, because when you go and you put your email address in, we just check it with our student dashboard for Thinkific. So with events, there's no way for us to really check it. We have to go to each event and pull up tickets and stuff, and that's just too much to try to do that. So we just do it for Thinkific. So if you have any of our courses at notarynerds.com and click training, any of the courses from Thinkific, then you can get into the student Facebook group. Cool. I like it. Have you sent the info from the lab? I did. And I think your email, Shanice, it's getting kicked back. So, because I sent it to you twice. So, when I send it, I get an email that's like, sender cannot receive emails. So what you can try to do until you can figure that part out, email me from another email and I'll forward it to you. Because we did send it out. We sent it out mass to that email that you registered with. But I remember seeing your name. So I think you emailed me at least once or twice asking for it. So it's kicking it back when I'm sending it. So try to email me from another email address. And then I can forward it to you. If you can do it tonight, I can just forward it to you because it's in my sent. But you want to check it and make sure that, everybody else can email you. But yeah, try to email me from somewhere else. And then I can just forward it to you. Will the golden ticket be offered again? I wanted to do the boot camp first. My kids are going cuckoo. I'll do the golden ticket again tonight. It definitely was over. But I will do it tonight. So if you're under the sound of my voice, then you know. So I'm not going to promote it. So what I'll do just for today is I will put it on there. The golden ticket gives you all 18 of our courses for $2.99. And it's usually what we run like on our holiday, like a big holiday, something like that type thing. Boom, there's a link. Can you explain how secure signing works, please? So that's a lot for me to try to unpack right now. Next time I come on my live, just get with me because that's just a lot to try to unpack. It's an e-notary platform though, and you bring your own clients on it to notarize the documents. That's the best way for me to try to explain to you in a quick kind of way. We do have practice e-notary sessions that you can book where we do them. We do a practice e-notary together, kind of walk you through those steps. It's $47 to do the session. It's about 30 minutes. If I can find it, I will share it with you guys. Bear with me 1 second. And side note, I am finally finishing my real estate course. Then I'll be done. I have my loan officer license, and now I'm my real estate license, and I'll be straight. Whew. Well, then I'm not done. The last thing I need to do is get my law degree. That's the last thing. But I'm done for now. I'm trying to find, why I want to get my law degree. I want to get my law degree anyway, but it'll be really cool because then I can give legal advice too. And they'll be like, oh, no. I'm also a lawyer. And now I can give legal advice. What? Say less. I don't know. I'm picking. Don't mind me. I'm a little extra. That's not why I wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to be a lawyer because I want to take, there's a lot that I want to do and help people. Now I need a silver ticket. Sir! Listen. Okay. All right, guys. You guys are awesome. Be amazing on purpose. I think I hit everybody's questions. Hurry up and get back to Atlanta. You heard me, V. I know! I got to come back anyway because you see I got to do these touch-ups. So I will be in Atlanta as often as I need to come back. I got to figure out how often I got to do this. So I'm coming back for sure. I'm coming back for sure. Don't worry. I'll be back there. All right, guys, be great on purpose. I am going to turn that golden ticket off today. So if you're going to get it, make sure you get it. I did just get your email too, Shanice. So I will make sure I send you that. The replay list, it just came through for you on my side. Okay. I will see you guys the way go. Be awesome on purpose. And until next time, happy signing. Hey guys, have you had a chance to get a copy of my new book, The Ultimate Ron Guide? If you are ready to build a remote online notary business, then this book is what you need. In this book, I give you all the information that you need to know in order to build a successful remote online business, no matter what state you're in, as long as your state authorizes remote online notarizations. Head on over to Amazon today and get your copy. You'll be glad you did.